Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Jimothy coming at you live from the peer editing program at grademyessay.us. And today we have a nice essay from Supermoar, who has gracefully submitted this essay to me. And I also happen to have a rubric which I will be using to grade this essay, but I felt, this rubric's it's a little too advanced for this essay. So I felt like we had to step it down. And that's exactly what we did. But I thought again to myself, well, the last rubric, that was too advanced. This one, I feel like it's fit for the prompt. But in the essay itself, we can't go hard on him. I mean, come on now. At grademyessay.us, we're all about kindness. So I stepped it down even a further level. And now this is where we stand with our rubric. So I will be using this rubric to grade the essay. So let's dive right into it, shall we? So the first thing I noticed here. Well, okay, let's take a step back. The prompt for this essay is, how is Juwku trying to get you banned? Now, I feel as if for an essay as such a prompt, you should be writing it with evidence and reasoning. And you should also be citing your evidence. Now, the only thing that I've noticed relating to this topic is that Supermoar said Juwku is manipulating his simps into thinking that his mom got murdered? That's a little odd. So I'm assuming that's his claim, but he has no evidence to back this up in his essay. He simply goes on to describe the skill level of Juwku, which has nothing to do with the prompt. So as for our first section, I'm gonna have to give Supermoar a 2, not because it's written poorly. There just isn't writing relating to the topic besides the claim, obviously. So not sure what's up with that. Now for our second segment, we will be talking about the facts and details that he put into his essay. Now, as for there being a lot of facts, we can most certainly give him a 4 for this. There is plenty of details. I can't even count them all. There is just too many for me. In fact, it's almost overwhelming, but we can't take that into account here. So that's going to be a 4 without question. Now, as for the details being interesting, I'm sorry, but that's just a 1 right there, man. I mean, sure, there's lots of details, but he does not go in depth about any of them. I am confused almost 90% of the time. Like, say I didn't know anything about the parkour community. How would I know what Evil XIV Sky is? I don't know what that means. I don't know what a 2-tick is. So this is just absurd. There is so many unexplained details, not to mention that you bring up this 4998 thing without even mentioning anything about it. What was the purpose of that? I think this is just a hot mess, and that's a 1 right there. Now, the next segment, we have to see if I am shown the details. Can I imagine them in my head? Can I visualize what is happening? Now, as I stated previously, all of these details are just messy. I don't understand any of them. However, one that I did understand was the claim was Supermoar murdering Juwku's mother. Now, because of this, I can imagine it, and I would give it a 2. However, this is just horrendous. This is traumatizing. I don't want to see Juwku's mother die. Mrs. Juwku is so kind to me. She gave me cheese puffs one time when I was over at his house. I can't forget those memories, so I have to give this a 1 right off the bat. I mean, come on, man. You're gonna murder Juwku's mother. That's just plain disrespectful. You can't do that, man. I mean, I don't know what she did to you, but I can't imagine it was anything bad. So that's gonna have to be a 1. Well, we continue with segment 4. And to start this off, we will talk about using unique words and interesting words. Now, I can't legally show this on YouTube, but I really think that this essay uses some interesting words, especially in the last sentence of the essay, which I intentionally have not in frame so I don't get terminated. I'm actually one strike away from termination, so I hope this doesn't get deleted. However, the last sentence in this essay definitely uses some interesting words, and for that I have to give this a 3, which is his best score yet. So a round of applause for Super. Actually, no, that's cap. I think I gave him a 4 earlier. Oopsies. Okay, well, that's a 3. Now, for keeping the readers interested and keeping our attention, I have to give this a 1. Now, I'm doing this because I literally fell asleep when I read this the first time. I was so bored. I read the prompt and I'm like, wow, I imagine an essay for this prompt has got to be really good. And then when I picked up this essay, I immediately fell asleep. I was so tired. I snoozed for about 2 hours just after beginning to read this. So that's a 1 right there. For our 5th and final segment, we will begin with talking about how easy the essay is to follow. Now, I don't even know where to start, because if I'm being completely honest with you, I've said this before, I'll say it again, this essay is a mess, so I couldn't follow it very easily, but to a degree, I was able to understand what was happening through Supermoar's head when I was reading this. So I have to go a little bit easier on him here. I'm going to give him a 2 instead of the deserved 1. Now, for how much the student brainstormed, oh my god, bro! This guy had to have thought so much when he was writing this. I can't imagine how long this takes. Look at the sheer mass of this essay, dude. Writing this, he cared so much about this. He had to brainstorm so much. This essay probably took at least 5 minutes to write. And this is a Discord message, after all. This isn't even an essay. Screw the 4-member. Well, hello, everybody. This is Mr. Jimothy back at you from peer editing on grademyessay.us. Now, we just completed grading Supermoar's assignment, and he has received an unsurprising grade of 21 out of 40, which sits just above 50% and is a failing grade for his class. Now, as for you, Supermoar, I advise you either find a tutor or just retake your English class from this semester, because otherwise I don't know how you're going to improve. And I feel like that's about it for this grading session. So this has been Mr. Jimothy, and I am now signing out. Have a good day, everybody. Lisa.